chorus for Dust in the Wind. First thing we're going to talk about is how we go into it out of the verse. So at the end of the verse, you're holding an A minor chord, and you're doing the picking pattern 2 times on the A minor chord, but the first time that you do it, you play the high E at the beginning of the pattern, like so. Then the rest of the pattern on the middle 4 strings, like we've been doing. Now you have the same pattern, but just the middle 4 strings the whole time. M, P, A, I, M. From here, to get to the first chord in the chorus, leave finger 3, that's your ring finger, leave it down where it is. It's the pivot finger. That means that it stays on the same note for the next chord. So our second finger is going to lift and go to the 2nd fret on the 6th string. That's a low F sharp, sounds like that. And the pinky is going to go to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. That's a D note, it sounds like that. And we're now going to play the pattern, the right hand pattern, on this chord. It's called a D with a bass of F sharp. But the main difference between this one and the one we were just doing is that now our thumb on our right hand has to switch to picking the 6th string, because that's where our bass note is now with the F sharp. So that should sound something like this. So if we take it from the last chord in the verse that we were doing a moment ago, the A minor, starting with the high E for the first time through, and then doing the middle 4 strings the second time we do the pattern. We'll take it together. Ready, play. Same pattern on the middle 4 strings now. Now we lift fingers 2 and fingers 4 to play 2nd fret on the 6th string and 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Also finger 1 can come up, it doesn't need to stay down anymore. I. Now right before you pick the last note in this pattern, we're going to lift up off all the notes in the chord on the left hand. And that gives us time to get to our next chord, which looks like this. It's just the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and when we do the pattern on this chord, it'll make a G chord. However, we're not going to do the whole pattern as we've been doing it. Something special happens with this chord. It has a moving bass note. So I'm going to play it faster for you so you can see what I mean. And it's going to eventually go to an A minor, but I'm going to do that slower now. I played the first part of the pattern like this. P, A, hold, I, M, P, A. And at this point, you take your 2nd finger and go to the 2nd fret on the 5th string, and you use your thumb to pick that note, but simultaneously you have your M finger, your middle finger on your right hand, picking the open 3rd string. So you're picking 2 notes at once. So we'll go through that pattern one more time. From that G chord you have P, A, hold, I, M, P, A, and now P and M together on 2nd fret B on the 5th string and open 3rd string G. One more time. P, A, hold, I, M, P, A, P, I. Little mistake there, so I'll do it for you yet again. P, A, hold, I, M, P, A, P, M, hold, A minor. To get to the A minor, we want to hop the 2nd finger over to the 2nd fret on the 4th string and bring our 3rd and 1st fingers down to shape our A minor. We do the whole pattern on the middle 4 strings again for this chord. And then we bring our pinky, while we're still holding the A minor, we bring our pinky down to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. This is a low G, and when you add a G to an A minor chord, it makes a chord called A minor 7. And if you're adding it as the lowest note in the chord, like we are here, it's an A minor 7 with a bass of G, which would be written A minor 7 / G. So. So, once again, our thumb has to move to the 6th string to play that G as the bass note. After that, you go back to the chord that started the chorus, which we can pivot on finger 3 again to get to. Second finger, 2nd fret on the 6th string, pinky finger, 3rd fret on the 2nd string. This is a D with a bass of F sharp. We do the whole pattern on this chord once again. And I, M, P, A, I. Lift right before the last part of the picking pattern. 3rd finger on the G again, and this is where our pattern is going to change in the middle to create a moving bass. And I, M, P, A. Here it is. And now you're going to have something special, something else special happen. We have this. So, before we get into doing that, let's try everything that we have of the chorus so far, starting at the end of the verse. So we'll start at the end of the verse and we'll do the whole pattern 2 times through with the high E in the beginning of the first time and just the middle 4 strings on the second time we play the pattern. Ready, and hold, I, M, P, A, I, M. Pattern again on the middle 4 strings. I, M, P, A, I, M. Pivot on 3 to get to D with the bass of F sharp. I, M, P, A, I. Lift everything. M. The G chord. Hold. I, M, P, A. Here's the change. M. Hold. A minor. Hold. I, M, P, A, I, M. A minor 7 with a bass of G. I, M, P, A, I, M. Back to the D with the bass of F sharp. I, M, P, A, I. Lift everything. M. G chord. I, M, P, A, P, M. There's the change again. And now the part that we mentioned before. Rather than going directly to A minor, you're going to start with just fingers 2 and 3 down like in an A minor, but with an open B. This makes an A suspended 2 chord. You're replacing the minor 3rd of the A minor with the 2nd. You play the first part of the pattern, but before you continue it, you hammer the first finger down onto the 1st fret C to make the A minor. Should sound something like that. After that, you continue the pattern as you've been doing it, so it'll sound like this. A, hammer, I, M, P. Now, when you get to the point where you're going to use your A finger again to pick the 2nd string, lift the 1st finger back up to give way to the open B once more. A. So let's play it up to there from the start where we hammer. A, hammer, I, M, P. Lift the 1st finger now. A, I, M. And now, we've played the pattern once through. We're going to play the 5th and 2nd strings once again with the 1st finger up and hammering after we pick them. So let's add that now to what we have. Starting from the A suspended 2 with the hammer. Ready, and P, hammer, I, M, P. Lift the 1st finger. A, I, M, P, A, hammer. Hold it. And now, back to the chord that we had at the end of the intro, and also it's the 2nd chord in the verse as well. G with a bass of B. That then prompts us to go back into the verse with a C. So now we have all the parts in the chorus of Dust in the Wind. Let's review them. I'll just give you an overview quickly before we try playing them together one more time. So starting with the end of the verse, you'll have an A minor. It'll sound like this. Now, D with a bass of F sharp, lift, G, moving bass, A minor with a bass of G, D with a bass of F sharp, lift, moving bass, then it goes into the verse. But we're not going to do the verse in this video. We are going to play through the chorus together one last time to finish out. So starting from the last chord in the verse, which is your A minor, we're going to play through the picking pattern twice with this, and the first time that we do it, we're going to start it with a high E instead of the 2nd string. So ready, and P, I, M, P, A, I, M. Stay there, do the same pattern on the middle 4 strings. I, M, P, A, I, M. Now pivot on 3 and get to D with a bass of F sharp. I, M, P, A, I lift here, M, the G chord, I, M, P, A. Now PM, moving bass, A minor, I, M, P, A, I, and get ready with the pinky, the thumb moves over to the 6th string with the bass, M, P, A, I, M, D with the bass of F sharp, pivoting on 3 again, I, M, P, A, I, lift here, M, 3rd finger on G, I, M, P, A, now PM for the moving bass, the hammer, A, hammer, I, M, P, open B, I, M, P, A, hammer, hold it, G with a bass of B, back into the verse for your C. So we hope that this video was helpful for you on the chorus of Dust in the Wind, and happy practicing. We'll see you next time. Bye now.